Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to the Champions League second leg between Real Madrid against RB Leipzig at the Santiago Bernabeu. The game that I think a lot of Real Madrid fans have been waiting for, and it's finally arrived. You know, no need to wait for the suspense and wait for the action, because Real Madrid, the favorite competition of Real Madrid is the Champions League, and of course, as fans of this club, you want to see the Champions League, and it's back. And after, I wouldn't say a boring, but I would say a very even and fair game in terms of the two sides. Although I felt like RB Leipzig were hard done by with the disallowed goal, which I don't think should have been disallowed. You know, but what was an even game all around between the two sides. This is probably gonna be the game that I just see the one team, being more favored to win, and it's not even biased, but I just see the fact that Real Madrid are at the Bernabeu, a home game. This is the Champions League, a 1-0 win, a 1-0 lead at the moment. Everything just suggests that Real Madrid might just edge this one. And going to this game, Real Madrid have more advantage. So you can't really put it past Real Madrid. But similarly, with RB Leipzig, you can't really put it past them, because they are definitely capable of getting something. And it could be a fight, it could be a 95th minute, late equalizer. But I just think that RB Leipzig could very well come into this game with the mentality that they are going to be able to do it. Because in the first leg, although they were at home, you saw the likes of Benjamin Sesko and Openda and Javi Simons play really, really well. So what's to say that these players can't play that well again? But let's talk about RB Leipzig. Their form at the moment, pretty decent. We'll talk about their away form. Last two games have both been away from home. They've been away to Bochum, that they won. They were actually 1-0 down, and they came back to win 4-1. They lost away to Bayern Munich, and this is a Bayern Munich side that are not playing well at the moment, and still managed to win 2-1, even though you're late on. But they still managed to do something. And then even before that, before they played Real Madrid in the first leg, actually they went away to Augsburg and they drew. They went away to Stuttgart and they got smashed 5-2. And that is that for the new year. So they haven't won a single away game in the new year, except for Bochum, and Bochum are 15th in the league. So the likelihood of RB Leipzig winning is slim. It is. Speak of the players that they have, Javi Simons is a great player. Openda is a great player. Dani Olmo is a great player. They've got Benjamin Sesko, Elif Almas, their January signing. Yusuf Poulsen came on against Bochum and scored. Schlager in midfield, Lukeba, Gulashi, Willi Orban, Baumgartner, Raum, Honrichs, Haidara, Seabout. This is a good side. For this game, Lucas Klosterman is injured and Mohamed Simakon is suspended. So those are just their two injuries. And for Real Madrid, it's the same three. Everyone else is back, but Militao and Courtois are still out. Apparently they'll be back around April, so we've got a couple of weeks away to see those two back in full training, even though I don't think they'll play much. I mean, how many games do you even have starting from April anyways? They could make it back for El Clasico, which is on the 21st of April. And then from then on, you've got Real Sociedad, Cadiz, Granada, Alaves, Villarreal, and Real Betis to end the season off. So probably 7 games, 8 games for Courtois and Militao. Alaba as well, still out. Um, so there's that. And talking about Real Madrid, form-wise, pretty good. Um, obviously, the last game, that controversial, disgraceful refereeing performance that led to a draw, but at home this season, or this year at least, Sevilla 1-0, Girona 4-0, drew Atletico Madrid, Almeria 3-2, Mallorca 1-0. So, home form for Real Madrid very good, away form for RB Leipzig pretty poor, except for their latest win against Bochum. So, I think that this has Real Madrid winning all of it just based on the stats and, whatnot. But let's go through my starting 11. Not much changes I'll make after the Valencia game. In goal, look, it's only going to be one player at this moment. It's not going to be Kepa. It's Lunin. He's been playing so well. He's already started more games already than Kepa this season. Kepa's going to go back to Chelsea. I don't see him, staying. Lunin is probably going to sign a new contract, so that's his future. I would start Mendy over Fran Garcia, just because we don't have to go full offensive with our fullbacks. And Carvajal on the other side for the experience and the leadership. Centre backs, with what we have to play Rudiger and Nacho. We saw Rudiger and Tchouaméni start. I would rather see Nacho play centre back than Tchouaméni. Because it's not because Tchouaméni is not a good player at centre back, and it's not because Nacho is very, very good, although he, can be a reliable player. I just think that Tchouaméni specializes in that CDM role, that if we take him out and we put Toni Kroos there, or we put Carmen Vinga there, or we put Ceballos there, it limits us really, and we need Tchouaméni to be the guy in the 6. So it has to be him, and with Tchouaméni having to be the 6, it has to be Nacho. I don't see the need to drop Tchouaméni down and start Camavinga or Kroos or Ceballos as the 6. And then I think Fede Valverde's spot in the team is locked on. Every game he probably starts these days. And the other spot, look, Modric hasn't started much this season, and I think that what the priority is going to be is Kroos will rotate with Camavinga, Ceballos, Tchouaméni in La Liga. Modric will come on in some games in La Liga, but Modric will still play most of the games and start most of the games in the Champions League. And that is why I think he will start this game. I think he hasn't played much, he's been rested just for these games. We know that he might retire, maybe leave at the end of the season, who knows. Maybe he goes back to Croatia, but maybe the aim is for him to play most of the Champions League games, be part of this team and the squad that win the Champions League if we do, and then send him off. Whereas Toni Kroos, I think, still has another year left in him. And the front line, Jude Bellingham suspended for La Liga, not for the Champions League, so utilize him, let him play because he's gonna get a rest anyways. That's that red card. Is that red card a 1-game ban, or I mean, it's a straight red, so I assume it's not a 1-game ban, but it could be 2, it could be 3 games. Either ways, it's probably good for him to get some rest. But I would start Bellingham, playing for the full 90 if you want. The front line, Vinicius Junior was incredible against Valencia. Start him. I've seen people online say Rodrigo has been poor. Rodrigo is not a good player. I think that's very, very, very unfair to say. Maybe he hasn't been that great, but he's been good. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's a decent, solid player who can do the job. And he has played well. He has had good games. You go back to the games like Cadiz, even Girona, the 4-0. He has had good games this season, and people saying Brahim is better than him. Look, as a player, as an individual player this season, I would still take Rodrigo. I know Brahim Diaz has done really, really well, and obviously he was the man who scored against Leipzig. I don't think at this moment of time, as a player, you can say Brahim Diaz is a better player than Rodrigo overall. Maybe when the time comes and Brahim Diaz has more time to settle in and start playing and being the main part of the team, you can say that. But Rodrigo, I think, starts, and then you got Joselu, you got Brahim Diaz, you got Arda Güler, who can come on for 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get some game time as well. Lastly, my score predictions. I've seen many people say it could be a 1-1, it could be a 2-2, it could be a 1-0 Leipzig win and it goes to extra time. And I see Real Madrid blowing Leipzig apart in the second game. I think the chance for Leipzig to win this tie was the first leg, and I think they have been hard done by the referee, the linesman. I'm going to say Real Madrid 3, RB Leipzig 1, 4-1 on aggregate. I see Real Madrid just blowing Leipzig apart. I can't see them coming to the Bernabeu and, getting that kind of result that they would think they could. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button if you did. Subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.